Let's start. Hope I'm audible loud and clear. Last time we have seen some applications and searching algorithms, and we have finished second unit. Today we'll start the next unit, third unit, that is knowledge, representation, and reasoning. This will be the end of the section 1, third unit, where we are starting knowledge, representation, and reasoning. Knowledge representation. Anybody have any idea regarding this? Yes. Anybody have any idea regarding knowledge representation? Obvious question is first, what is mean by knowledge? So knowledge, I can say a relation between a knower and a preposition. Knower, for example, any person will take any name, John, suppose. And what is a preposition? The idea which is expressed by a simple declarative sentence, we can say it is a preposition. So what is knowledge? So we are saying that it is a relation between a knower, who is a one person, and a preposition. Preposition is a declarative sentence. For example, Mary will come to the party. We are taking any name. So John is a knower who knows one declarative sentence that Mary will come to the party before the start of the party. Right? So this is known to a knower, that is John. So I can say this is a knowledge which is a relation between a knower and a preposition. Preposition is already I said. Preposition is nothing but is the idea which is expressed by simple declarative sentence. And what is that sentence? So that sentence is that Mary will come to the party. And this is known to the John. So John is a knower and Mary will come to the party is a preposition. And there is a relationship between knower and preposition. This is a knowledge. Hope you are clear. Hope my voice is loud. Am I loud and clear right now? You can reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are discussing about what is the knowledge. So our third unit starts with knowledge, representation, and reasoning. Right? We'll see these three words, three definitions. So we are going for first knowledge. So we have asked and we have explained that knowledge is nothing but it is the relationship between the two terms, and one is knower and second is preposition. So what is knower and what is preposition? Knower, we are saying that is a person, for example John. And preposition, we are saying that we are expressing an idea in form of a declarative sentence. And that sentence is that Mary will come to the party. So John and preposition, there is relationship, right? Knower and preposition. So John knows that Mary will come to the party. And this is a knowledge, right? Hope I am clear. Anybody have any doubt? One more example we'll take. What is knowledge? For example, if we jump from a
building which is height, we can say that 20 storage, right? So from that building, if we jump, definitely there will be nothing to be remained. This is the knowledge, right? This is a knowledge. Hope I'm clear. 20 मजली इमारत आहे आणि त्याच्यावरून जर उडी मारली तर काहीच शिल्लक राहणार नाही, हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे. सो दिस वी कॅन से दिस इज अ नॉलेज, राईट? रिप्रेझेंटेशन. आता नॉलेज रिप्रेझेंटेशन means what? Hope I am clear. Anybody any doubt here? Hope I am clear, loud and clear. Anybody have any doubt? Hope you understand what is mean by knowledge. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next is knowledge representation. Knowledge representation, for example, we'll take that. If I jump, it means I don't have a knowledge. And if I am not jumping, it indicates that I am having a knowledge. So this is how represent. त्या मजली 20 मजली स्टोरेज वरून, इमारतीवरून आपण जर उडी मारली तर उडी मारायची आणि उडी नाही मारायची. उडी मारली तर काय होणार आहे आपल्याला माहिती आहे. उडी नाही मारायची, मग आपण जर मारली उडी तर इट इंडिकेट्स दॅट वी आर नॉट रिप्रेझेंटिंग नॉलेज. आपल्याला नॉलेज आहे पण ते आपण रिप्रेझेंट करत नाही. रिझनिंग हे झालं की उडी मारल्यानंतर आपण म्हणणार आहे. आता रिझनिंग असं पण करू शकतो की आपण उडी मारली तर आपल्याला नॉलेज नाहीये हे आपण दाखवून देतोय. दॅट इज अ रिझनिंग. आणि आपण जर उडी नाही मारली तर वी डू हॅव अ नॉलेज दॅट इफ आय जम्प आय एम गोइंग टू डाय अँड आय एम नॉट डुईंग इट. दिस इज अ रिझनिंग. सो नॉलेज रिप्रेझेंटेशन इन रिझनिंग. म्हणजे मी उडी मारली तर रिप्रेझेंट होत आहे नॉलेज, आणि मी नाही उडी मारली तरी नॉलेज रिप्रेझेंट होत आहे. पण रिझनिंग कसं की जर मी उडी नाही मारली, मला माहिती आहे की उडी मारल्यानंतर काय होणार आहे, पण मी नाही मारली तर इट इज अ रिझनिंग विच वी रिप्रेझेंट दॅट आय डू हॅव अ नॉलेज. So this is how knowledge representation and reasoning. Now, what we want under this unit, we want that we should understand how machine will have this knowledge. Like we take knowledge and we do have. For example, if I eat a lemon, then I know what kind of taste it will have. If I eat a sugar, then I know what kind of taste it have. So that is a knowledge I do have, right? But how machine will understand? And to understand, making machine to be understandable, that is called as a artificial intelligence. And we should clear that machine should have a knowledge, machine should have a representation of knowledge, that how we represent it by using semantic and rules and prepositions and predicate logics, and we give the reasoning behind it, that what will happen and what should be done, what should not be done. If we insert all these things inside a machine, that becomes artificial intelligence, right? So we can represent that using a logic, using rules, using semantic rules, semantic nets, frames will have, and a script. If we all use this, definitely we can ask machine to have a knowledge, and we can represent it and we can reason it. Okay. सपोज आता मला मशीनला नॉलेजेबल करायचं, मग नॉलेज म्हणजे काय सांगायचं कसं, मग ते रिप्रेझेंट करायला आपल्याला लॉजिक वापरावे लागेल. लॉजिक वापरायला लागेल तर वी कॅन रिप्रेझेंट लॉजिक बाय इन टू वेज. वन इज अ propositional logic and one is a predicate logic. Propositional, we can say true or false kind of a thing. Such a way we represent like that. So what is ontology? So ontology is nothing but whatever it is exists, you know it, or exploring it means ontology. So ontology in the knowledge representation and reasoning. So what ontology will represent that what is exist, काय आहे existence मध्ये, त्याचं रिप्रेझेंटेशन, त्याचं इन्फॉर्मेशन शेअर करणं, एक्सप्लोर करणं. And if it takes attribute, defining those attributes. If it have objects, defining those objects, clearing those objects, information, defining semantics, syntax, rules. Rules are there. For example, if, then kind of rules will be there. We represent using knowledge using graphs. So it is a Google graph. And behind it, there is a semantic net which works. Right. So how logic will work? So logic we can represent by using grammatical or syntax or syntactical errors. What is meant by semantic? Semantic means, hope you are learning CC, system programming किंवा compiler construction झालाय तुम्हाला. Hope it is over. Maybe you know it. What is meant by semantic? Anybody? Semantic means? Nobody knows? Semantic means it should have some meaning. Syntactic error and semantic errors. Okay. I'll explore. No problem. What will happen if I give knowledge correctly to the machine? Definitely machine will implement it, machine will understand, right? And the work will be done correctly. If I give wrong knowledge, definitely machine will do errors, whatever it understands. So understanding is a meaning. And while doing, if there are some problems, there are errors, we can represent it as a syntactical errors. If I do a program, simple example, if I do a program, what will be the output? As my program, I'm writing logic, according to that, the output will be there. While writing a program, I am making some errors, commands and all this stuff. Definitely those will be called as a syntactic errors. And what is semantic error? A program which understands different. If I have to add 4 plus 5 and result should be 9, and if machine plus indicates it is a multiplication, it gives results 20, it means there is a semantic error, right? One more simple example, grammatical. If I say grammatical, if I say, I'm saying that I is going to Delhi today. What is this? I is going to Delhi today. So this is a grammatical syntax error. So I should use I am going to Delhi today, right? Rather than is, I should use am. So this is a grammatical error. This is a syntactical error, syntax error. What is semantic? What is semantic? What is semantic error? Any example? Hope you are clear with syntax error. Grammatical पण सांगितलं की I is going to Delhi today is grammatically wrong, is having a syntax error, because I cannot use is, I can use am. I am going to Delhi today, like this. Hope you are clear. Now what will be the semantic error? I'm using a Hindi phrase now. Hope you understand. See what will be the semantic error. Semantic means, again, as I said, meaning and inference, how I understand. मी कसं समजून घेतो. मशीनला जर मी रॉंग इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली ती समजून घेतली आणि त्याच्याप्रमाणे वर्क केलं तर डेफिनेटली इट इज रॉंग. मग मला जे सांगायचं ते मशीनला पण व्यवस्थित अंडरस्टँड व्हायला पाहिजे. इन्फरन्स मिनिंग त्याचं पण ते व्यवस्थित यायला पाहिजे. आणि हे सगळं मशीनला मला द्यायचं आहे. सो आय एम रिप्रेझेंटिंग इट विथ रिझन्स, विथ द एक्झॅक्ट व्हॉट विल बी द इफेक्ट ऑफ दॅट, सच अ वे. मग ग्रॅमॅटिकल एरर आपण बघितली. आता सिमॅन्टिक एरर बघूया. सिमॅन्टिक म्हणजे काय हे तुम्हाला ह्या वाक्यावरून कळेल. मी एक हिंदी वाक्य बोलतोय, फ्रेज बोलतोय. लाईक फॉर एक्झाम्पल, मॅच खेलते खेलते रोटी खाई, रोटी देखी, सॉरी, मैच खेलते खेलते रोटी देखी. This is wrong, no? This is a semantic error. रोटी खाते खाते मैच देखी. That is okay. Hope you understand now. So while eating TV, right? While eating TV, I have seen dinner. This is wrong. This will be a different meaning, wrong meaning. So semantic error is there. It should be like that. While eating dinner, I'm watching TV or match on any program, episode like that. So this is the difference. So how we should represent it, and that is representation of that. It is called as a logic for a machine. And logic can be again two types: prepositional and predicate logic. Predicate will be like in form of numbers, figures, quantity, quantum. Preposition like true or false. So when we do this, there should be rules. So ontology is nothing but whatever it is exists, exploring regarding artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, when we represent knowledge, knowledge representation and reasoning, then definitely it should have a logic. The machine should have a logical things, logical programs. Machine when it does work, or when it tries to behave, think like the human, it should have some rules. And rules means the if then kind of things. Now how we can represent logic? We can represent logic in form of Google graph. What is Google graph? So Google graph, behind it the semantic networks. It means we can create a graph of all the steps and all those things, and we can represent the knowledge. We can have frames and fillers. It means slot and fillers, attributes and things to represent the knowledge. We can write a script. So for example, movie and all those things. So there is a script from starting to the end, songs and all the stuff and drama and all those things. So that is a script, which is a knowledge, which represents a movie like this. So when we want to represent a knowledge in the machine, machine should understand it. Machine should have a rules and regulations. Machine should have a programmatic law, you can say languaging, representing like language programming in form of predicate or preposition logic. It should have a syntax and semantical errors, or define things. What should be the meaning and what it should be the syntax. For example, we write in C, when we declare a variable integer a, so it indicates that integer and a is a variable name. Integer is a data type. So machine understand, we should write it integer a dot int. We don't write like this. I'm just talking about a simple language. So this will be a syntax and semantic error or semantic things, rules. So how to represent prepositional logic? How to represent predicate logic? Rules, how to implement it? All these things we are learning or going to learn under the knowledge representation and reasoning. We know artificial intelligence. Hope screen is visible to you. So artificial intelligence is nothing but It is a study and development of systems which demonstrate intelligent behavior. And knowledge representation and reasoning is the part of artificial intelligence, which is concerned with the thinking and how thinking contributes to intelligent behavior. We can define or we can explore what is knowledge and representation and reasoning like. It is nothing but it is the study of ways to represent and reason with information in order to achieve intelligent behavior. It can have parts, it can have facts, it can have logic, it can have attributes. And there are a number of ways we can represent intelligent or intelligent behavior. KR, knowledge representation suggests an approach to understand what is that intelligent behavior. So it argues that it needs to study what humans know, and we represent what humans know in form of machine. Then we can say machine having artificial intelligence. So what knowledge representation and reasoning focuses? It focuses on knowledge, not on the knower. Who's knower? It does not focus on that. So knowledge, for example, if we take John is a knower and he knows a preposition that Mary will come to the party. So here knowledge representation and reasoning focuses on Mary will come to the party, not on the John as a knower. So that is what we said. What is the knowledge? There are a number of definitions of knowledge, but simply we say that knowledge is a relation between knower and a preposition. So knower is a John, preposition is nothing but it is the expressed declarative sentence which is expressed as an idea, and that expression is Mary will come to the party. Now what is prepositions? So prepositions we can say those are nothing but as an idea, abstract entities that can be true or false, right or wrong. Jumping from a building is wrong because it can harm. It can be very dangerous. So as a preposition, jumping from a building is as a preposition, it is wrong. So it is having prepositional logic, right? Either it can be true or false. So Mary will come to the party. She will come or not. So that can be true or false.
So when we say John knows that P is a preposition, we can just say that John knows that it is true that Mary will come to the party. So this is how we can represent a knowledge, right? Using a preposition and in form of true or false
or right or wrong.
Touching to the hot pot is dangerous. It can be having wrong. If I touch, definitely it will give me different outputs, right? Representation, as I said already, we have discussed. Representation is a relationship between two domains. We can use to represent
This knowledge, symbols, graphs, states, right? And all these are called as ontologies. For example, 7-digit. 7 as a digit. So it is represented like this. So there is a symbol to represent digit 7 or number 7. I can represent 7 in form of Roman. Again, there is a simple different group of letters. V capital I, or that can be 5 capital I, like that. It is a 7. So we can represent knowledge in form of as a number 7 by using symbols or different group of characters. That's why we say that representation is a relationship between two domains, where the first meaning first, as there are two domains, first domain represent, it is stand for. And it can take a second domain. Always first domain represents more concrete and immediate way as compared to second domain. Reasoning in general, it is a formal manipulation of symbols. So reasoning nothing but it is a form of calculations which we make. Represent like or unlike arithmetic, or we use symbols and try to identify what is the meaning behind it. We try to identify what is the preposition behind rather than the actual numbers represented. So reasoning, it is nothing but it is a manipulation of symbols. So here I am representing 7. So manipulation 7 indicates it is a number 7. We can create 7 number by adding 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Right? Or 7 single entities. So this is how we can represent. How can knowledge be represented? Using symbols, as we studied. So we can use logic, declarative languages, imperative languages like C, C++, Java, Python, we can use hybrid languages, which are nothing but Prolog. We can use rules along with the symbols, languages. We can have a frames. We can have semantic networks. As I said, Google Graph, behind it, it was semantic networks, which represent all those things by using a graph. Non-symbolic methods also available. Those are nothing but neural networks, genetic algorithms. These are the non-symbolic methods by using which we can represent a knowledge. What are different symbolic methods of knowledge representation? Natural language is one of the, you can say, we can use method to represent knowledge. Natural language, frames, semantic networks, rules, if, then kind of a things, hybrid systems, first order logic, prepositional logic, predicate logic, non-monotonic logic, constraints, fuzzy logic, Bayesian networks, description logic, C, C++, Java, this kind of declarative, imperative languages, declarative languages. All these we can use as a symbolic methods to represent the knowledge. So this is regarding the ontology and foundation of knowledge representation and reasoning. As I said, we want machine should understand it, and we make machine understandable by using representation of this knowledge. And how we represent? Using different symbols. We can use the logics, we can use the rules, we can use semantics, we can use frames, we can use scripts, so that machine can understand it. Machine can take the correct meaning out of it, and to take, we can represent what is correct and what is wrong, what is true and what is false. So that's it for unit third, introduction and taking small part, that we are learning ontology and foundation of knowledge representation and reasoning. Next time we'll start with the ontologies like objects, relations, events, action, time, space, and first order logic we'll go for. If anybody have any doubt, they can ask. Today, I think your AI test, unit test number 1 is scheduled, right? आजच आहे ना आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्स टेस्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you want to discuss anything regarding unit 2 on which the test will be there, you can ask right now. We can have that slot reserved. कोणाला काही विचारायचं डाऊट असतील टेस्टच्या अगोदर तर ते विचारू शकता. कॉपी करू नका, गुगल सर्च करून टेस्ट सॉल्व करू नका. क्विज अटेम्प्ट ज्यांनी केले नाही त्यांनी अटेम्प्ट करा क्विज, ज्या ओपन आहेत त्या, तुम्हाला समजून जाईल. नॉलेज घ्या आणि त्याच्यानुसार सॉल्व करा. आउट ऑफ आउट मार्क वाढून काही उपयोग नाही आहे, तुम्हाला ते यायला पाहिजे. व्हिडिओज पहा, काही डाऊट्स असतील तर आता विचारू शकता, म्हणून एवढा स्लॉट ठेवलाय मी, एक लास्टचे 10 मिनिटं, लास्ट 10 minutes, 10 or 15, whatever time is available, we can use it. Whatever time it is, we can use it. You can ask, we can discuss here. Just let me remind, we have gone through the 2 units. First was a foundation, why AI is there, what is meant by artificial intelligence. We have studied its scope. We have approaches of artificial intelligence we have seen. We have gone through the intelligent agents then, both reactive and deliberate. Then we have seen goal-driven, utility-driven, and learning and artificial agents, intelligent agents. We have seen that what is meant by goal-driven, utility-driven, and learning agents. And applications, different applications of artificial intelligence along with approaches. So that was regarding, I think, unit number 1. Then we have turned to unit 2. There is problem solving through search. There are forward and backward methods. State space. Then we have seen informal and uninformal methods, that is blind and heuristic. Then we can have how we can reduce the problem in that, the algorithms. A star and AO star. Then we have seen constraint propagation problem. Then we have seen evolutionary search algorithms along with some applications. So this was about 2 units. Moodle, I think the data is available. Anything missing? Second notes are not available. Unit number 1 notes available. Books, okay. To upload a book, there is a problem because the limit of size is there. Size limit is 2 MB, I think, and the books are more than that. So how to do? Do you have any Google group, Gmail Google group of your class? I would have sent the books to that email IDs. Else, what kind of different practice we should implement? Because hard copy of book, I think it is not possible for you people to get it. If at all it is available in the library, everyone will get one copy, and that is difficult. Hard copy. I've downloaded it. The books are available. Okay, let me just show you. So there are reference books and textbooks. I'll just share with you the screen. Okay. Hope screen is visible. These are the 4 or 5 books available. Again, this size is 25 MB. Artificial Intelligence Modern Approach. Again, size is 37 MBs. Patterson book, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence Expert System. 2 copies, I think, available. Okay. Again, it is also having almost a 60 MB. Not possible to upload on the Moodle, that's why. So we can see 61.4 MB Dan Patterson book. And this one is 25 MB. This one is small, I think, still 8 MB. Kevin Knight. And this is the one more book which is having parts. I'll just show you as per the syllabus. Okay. So this is the syllabus and the books represented. Artificial Intelligence Modern Approach, Stuart Russell and Peter Novick, 3rd edition, Prentice Hall. Russell book, okay. This is Russell book, I think. Yes, Artificial Intelligence, a Modern Approach, as per your textbook. So this is the book. But it is having more size, we have seen. Next book is a first course in Khemani in artificial intelligence. First course in Khemani book. This is different. Artificial intelligence. Elandridge Cave in Night. So that is a reference book. This is the reference book which is available. Its size is also more. Which book is remained now? Patterson PHI, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Introduction to Artificial. This is that book. This is Night. This is your Russell book. Deepak Khemani is remained. Okay, just a minute. Let me check. Yeah, this is there. A first course by Khemani.
Yes, Deepak Khemani.
All the books I have downloaded, but I cannot upload it on the Moodle. So what to do? How to? Okay, let us see. If on FTP I can keep these books so that you can download. Or you can suggest, yeah, Sahil is saying that we can share this on Telegram by creating group. So Telegram allows this. Maybe WhatsApp also. I don't know whether you can download it. PDF. Yes, PDF are available, but 25 MB. Google Classroom. Okay, Google Classroom, I can do that. Yes, yes. Sahil, you are saying what about yes? Regarding your Telegram group, you are saying? Drive. Drive, yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay, but Drive also, okay. Drive is one more option. Drive is better, I think. Okay, we'll go to Drive. I'll share the link and then you can download. But I can't keep for a longer time because again, Drive will have, it will eat my space. Drive can have 15 GB, but a lot more data is there from my side. Okay, we'll use a better way, Drive, so that you can download it. I'll keep one week for downloading and then I can close it. That means I can unshare it. For Drive, I should share it, no? Right. Else, I'll try for creating Telegram group also. But again, everybody need to join that Telegram group, right? And they can download. Else, if your Gmail Google group kind of thing is available, then I can send it. But again, it will have a limitation of 25 MB. So we will take a decision. I'll upload and to the Drive and I will inform you so that you can download all these books. See, books even in syllabus also. Normally, what happens? Let me tell you. Normally, what happens in syllabus? They define which chapters are in which book. It is not defined here. So for one chapter, maybe entire one book is allotted. So we have to search and we have to find it out. No problem, I'll tell you. But still, if I say book number 3, first course, here all units will not be included. From this book, only 1 or 2 chapters will be there. But better you refer this Russell book, which is base of all artificial intelligence book, 3rd edition. Yes, this one, Stuart Russell and Peter Norvig. This book is better comparatively. It will cover maximum certain part. Problem solving, okay. Informal, informal. Knowledge isn't reasoning. Okay. Let us see how we can share the books. Your unit test 1 WhatsApp document also we can use. Yes, I am trying that option. I'll upload better it on WhatsApp. Everybody's on TE group. You can download it. I'm searching for that same. Thanks, Sushan. I'm thinking about this. Else drive. So unit test 1 is going to start at 2 p.m. I think. Let me check. Yes. So week 6, 25 March, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. So 1 hour is allocated for entire quiz. So once only you can attempt it. But I suggest, I insist that prefer study and then attempt. Do not just take help of friends and Google. You try to think on it and then try to choose a better option, correct option, which will be helpful for your preparation of final exam also. So that is what I will suggest. If you are getting one certain threshold is there, above that threshold marks, definitely I can identify that who has done that, who has studied and who has copied and who has taken the help of Google. But normally I'll suggest that you do not do that. Better you go for reading the questions, and then out of options available you can choose it. So that will be better. We'll go to last part. Type your roll number starting with 1 to 10. Attendance. Hope all of you are able to do. 5, 6, 9, 4. Yes, roll number 1 to 10 first. Roll number